before colonial settlements and the beginnings of formal education in America, Native Americans relied on nature, morals, and values of their culture to educate their children. Native American educational methods were historically family-based, and learning was about observing and respecting elders. Native Americans used stories, ceremonies, and apprenticeships as educational tools, and through these tools, Native Americans made self-discoveries that opened doors to understanding their cultural ways. However, as new changes emerged, their way of life started to diminish. The way they lived was their educational journey, and as their livelihood changed, their education did also. Many indigenous Native children were being assimilated through education to fit into the ideology of the American society. The blinding confusion the Native Americans contributed to the genocide of their culture, the struggles Native Americans endured over the centuries are evident in the history of their education. For years, Native Americans have had the highest dropout rates and are the poorest among other minority groups of America today. So, how are tribal colleges, distance education programs, and services rebuilding Native American cultures and education? Distance education bridges the instructional gap between teacher and student when various technologies are used for teaching and learning. Historically, distance education has changed based on new technologies more than ever. It is steadily providing a new direction for many higher institutions, such as tribal colleges and universities. In 1998, Sanchez, Stuckey, and Morris praised that distance education is a promising phenomenon that is preserving, maintaining, and revitalizing traditional native languages and cultures. Moore in 2007 reminds us that distance education has many component parts, such as distributed learning, telelearning, e-learning, open learning, blended learning, and flexi learning. Now, each of these applications hold true to allowing many tribal colleges and universities to offer distance education programs. These motivated programs create opportunities for those who find it impossible to attend traditional colleges and universities because of family obligations. Ambler of the Tribal College Journal states that Haskell Indian Nations University is offering telecourses through the American Indian Higher Education Consortium. One particular course allows students to communicate with Native elders who are historical relics of American Indian history. United Tribes Technical College, or UTTC, is another tribal college that is participating in the North Dakota Interactive Video Network system. In 1990, the North Dakota Interactive Video Conferencing System was established to provide higher education opportunities. Through this system, UTTC offers 8 Associate of Applied Science degrees through the Distance and Continuing Education Division. Now, although only 6% of Native American populations has completed 4 or more years of college, distance education is reaching more Native Americans than ever. For instance, 75% of Northwest Indian College's students are served via distance education. It is true that the Native Americans are among those who are engulfed by the digital divide. Therefore, not only are tribal colleges and universities stepping up to loosen the constraints of the Great Divide, tribal community programs are being governmentally funded to bring Native Americans closer to digital citizenship. The College of Menominee Nation is just one of many who participates in the Broadband Technology Opportunities Program, also known as BTOP, which is headed by the Department of Commerce's National Telecommunications and Information Administration. The college is expanding its public computer services for the Menominee Indian Tribe of Wisconsin. The Comprehensive Technology Center will provide high-speed internet access so that the disadvantaged and rural area could receive public internet use, technology-based community education, and job training. Now, Zero Divide Tribal Broadband Adoption Program is another BTOP participant that is leapfrogging the digital divide in 19 tribal communities across southeastern California by providing digital literacy training. Now, the government is also building new relationships with tribal leaders by not only improving education opportunities, but also promoting sustainable economic development and touching on issues of healthcare and public safety within tribal communities. It is these monumental steps that tribal colleges, distance education, and community programs are revitalizing Native American education and culture.